Okay, so hello YouTube. Tonight is Friday night. We just came back up from the bar. I did not see who I was looking for.
Because you got
Um,
too early.
yeah, apparently we were too early. Apparently, 7 o'clock is when everyone goes and eats, and everybody here, we have like this huge party going on here. Everybody here was under the impression it was like, 7. So apparently it's
I
at
knew better,
10
but
and
nobody asked
11,
me.
or 9 and 10.
Yeah.
Well, you weren't here, were you? You were down in the.
I was going to CVS to get baggies.
Oh, you were there. That's right. And he was down in the third party room.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean.
Yeah, I know.
So
Everybody
anyway,
always knows what you mean.
we are here. Obviously, we had this fancy special go into the dealer hall for a few hours after the fan film festival best ever thingy.
That was awesome, but I still like the green energon.
I voted for the green energon as well. Green energy, I think they called it. I don't think they called it energon.
I think it was green energon.
Okay.
Play on green energy.
Okay. Green energon. Yeah, I voted for that one. By the way, John 3.0. I totally voted for that video. I'm sure you heard me. I was like 8 seats down. Obviously, I think he saw
The
me.
secret to ending the war between the Cybertronians is to give Megatron a bag of weed.
Well, the Autobots didn't really respond. Kind of. I think you need to give them get Beachcomber to spread the love around a bit. Anyway, so the real reason this is going to be a really long video and a really big recap, not specifically of the day. Before I get into it, we saw little Optimus Prime, Mr. Ing's son. So they were walking around. We had animated RC for just a few minutes, I believe. It was an hour. All right, yeah, I totally missed RC, but she was apparently down there for an hour, and hopefully on Sunday, so I don't miss it. Both of which are on the Facebook / Twitter / whatever else Botcon has going on, where if you like the image or whatever it is on Twitter, that it will put your vote in for your vote for the best costume of the weekend or whatever. So if you like their costumes, go like their pictures on Botcon. And all right, so let's get into this. I went ahead and sat in front of the War for Cybertron. They have a whole bunch of demos this weekend. They are running the alpha build, the same alpha build that they have been using for all the press releases recently, and which they are running in Europe right now. They had 4 characters. They did not have Jazz. They had Vortex, Bruticus, Grimlock, and Optimus, and we watched one of the developers play through the alpha builds to a certain extent. It was about 3 to 5 minutes gameplay from each of the levels. So I'm going to go over each one sort of specifically of the character, not necessarily of the level, because we've pretty much seen all the levels as far as, there's nothing too revealing about story in any of them, but it's all pretty much the same as we've seen on Kotaku and whatever else, Game Informer. So anyway, let's get down to gameplay. So on Vortex's level, we also got to see Brawl. He did this really cool 4-legged tank mode. He goes from bot mode, gets down on his back, sort of half transforms into tank mode, and then it's like a crawler, 4-legged tank mode. And his voice, while it sounds like it's the same voice actor, his voice is different. It is not the same. It's similar, but it's I'll get down to Megatron, who sounds similar, but I think he sounds more than he did to the last War for Cybertron. So right, we're false. Alright. So anyway, Vortex's ability. All the characters in this game, they only have one ability. Dash is the second ability for every character. Vortex's ability is Shockwave. His robot weapons are... I don't think you get to play as him, except for multiplayer. Well, see, he did. In Escalation, I believe he did have Shockwave as his special.
Shockwave?
Yeah.
What is the character's name?
Yo, dog, we heard you like shockwaves. We put shockwave on your shockwaves. You shoot shockwaves, so you shoot shockwaves.
So anyway, Vortex's robot weapons are pickups, so he's a normal character in that respect. His alt mode weapons, because they are calling him a triple changer, which if you go by that, I mean, there's a lot of characters in here who have like, oh, he's a triple changer beyond, strafing car mode and driving car mode and rocking and running. Anyway, so he's got regular pickups. His alt mode, and I don't know, I wasn't paying enough attention to this, but in his helicopter mode, I know he has an unlimited ammo heavy machine gun. I believe he has a limited ammo missiles as a secondary alt mode. I don't think that there's any sort of pickup for the alt mode in this game, just like the last one.
Video games is just 2 buttons. Here's your control pad, A and B. I got all these complicated games. There's like 30 buttons. I gotta pick up the right combinations of buttons and do what I want.
Yeah, you wouldn't like this game.
Yeah, that's
They're
one reason
sort of
I don't play
complicated.
modern video games that much, because there's too many button controls going on. So like, just give me an A and B button for shoot and jump and steer. That's all I need.
And when he was in jet mode, flying helicopter mode, really fast helicopter mode, let's call it that, yeah, jet mode. When he was in jet mode, I did not see him use his weapons, but I wasn't paying attention to see if the ammo bar was where it is, so he might actually have weapons and he just didn't use them. It would be really cool if he had the same AI weapons that the flying drones had in War for Cybertron. I think that would be really, really cool. You had the barrage that maul you in escalation. Oh gosh. So yes, and he also has the regular single melee attack, just like everybody else in War for Cybertron. Alright, so next up was Bruticus. Really sort of depressed about Bruticus. There were no other characters that I know of that spoke. Basically, it was Onslaught. We saw the video where he combines. We get that, Bruticus online. His ability is that ground pound attack that we saw him use on the Kotaku, where you, and then there's an immediate area effect, and then there's a sort of a forward cone area of effect. His weapons are a flamethrower, and he has a shield, so he also has a shield bash, like Grimlock, we'll get to in a minute. As far as I can tell, he has no projectile weapons. He will be like Grimlock, except minus the melee combo attacks, as far as I can tell. It seems that he has, because his ability is ground pound, and because he has a flamethrower and the shield bash, apparently he has a normal melee. And that's the sort of, destruction, there's a bridge in my way, I'm going to melee it. And then everything else is sort of like flamethrower, oh, ground pound, and then, yeah. So let's go on, because I'm not really impressed with Bruticus. To the Grimlock's level, which is probably my favorite level, is probably also the one that revealed the most. We saw Snarl, the Stegosaurus. I tried to get that right, I hope. Yeah. Am I right? Alright, yeah. So the Stegosaurus, he was trapped at the top of the map. And, well, apparently, one of the Insecticons that spoke was Sharpshooter. They named him. So, and someone in the panel, or whatever you want to call it, the demo, did ask, one of the kids asked, actually, if the other Insecticons would be making a debut. The guy who was doing the demo said that they had Sharpshooter, they had what are the other ones? We have Bombshell, there was Kickback, and was it Bombshell? I want to... I want to say that he didn't say Shrapnel. I'm pretty sure that Shrapnel is pretty much replaced with Sharpshooter. He did not, because he only said 3 names. And it was Sharpshooter, and I know it was Kickback, and then I'm pretty sure it was, like I said, Bombshell. So yeah, there was that. The Insecticon was up on a panel, and obviously Grimlock had no way to get up to him, and he had no projectile weapons. Unless he wanted, he could have thrown something at him. But the Insecticon taunts him, a bunch of Insecticons come at you, and so we get to see Grimlock has some sort of combination melee attacks. I don't know that there's any way to figure out if you're going to use your feet to stomp on them, or use your sword to slash at them, or if you are going to, I think, yeah, pretty much just sword with the robot mode. And a shield bash. You have a shield as a robot, so you can do a shield bash just like Bruticus. And his ability is obviously to transform. Yeah. And once you do transform, no, that's not their ability. That's, that's inherent in the gameplay. This is his actual ability.
But it should already be inherent in the gameplay, and he said ability.
It is not. It is not. It is not inherent. You can push the transform button, he will not transform. It is an ability. It goes on the ability button, you use it like an ability.
Yeah.
I will get to why it's a little bit different from the other abilities in just a bit.
It's a rage meter.
Yeah. And let me check and see if this is still recording. All right, yeah.